Hello and welcome. I'm Reverend Stargazer from the International Metaphysical Ministry and PTV Australia. Thank you for being with us. I'm here with my peach-faced lovebird, Harry. He's my familiar. He'll probably put his 2 cents worth in at some stage. This is a reading, it's a general reading for those born in June. So that could be anyone born in June. This is a non-denominational video, which means you don't have to practice a particular belief system to be able to gain something from this video. But if you do follow astrology, we're looking at Geminis and we're looking at Cancerians. So if you're a Gemini or a Cancer, you may gain something from this video. If you don't believe in astrology, but you're born in June, you can still watch this video and get something out of it. Please like, share and subscribe. If you do subscribe, you will be able to enter into chat mode and you'll be able to type in a question and I will give you a free reading. So make sure that you do that. It definitely helps with my page and it helps me to grow my platform. It also helps me with further study so that I can deliver exceptional readings. I have studied with the International Metaphysical Ministry. I've done a degree in metaphysics. I am a certified angel card reader and angel intuitive. I'm also a certified healer, practicing Ashati, Reiki, Sachem, and Alchemia. I've been working in this industry for quite a long time. I'm pretty new to the online world, but as we all know, we have to change with the times. So this is what I'm doing. All right, so let's get straight into your reading, shall we, June babies? Now, the first thing I noticed when I did your pre-shuffle was that the King of Earth came out. Okay, so this is someone that is a leader, could be a parental figure. Usually when the King of Earth comes out for me, it's a Capricorn, but it could just as easily be a Taurus or a Virgo. But they're definitely an earth sign. They're someone that's very good with money. They're a business person. They're very good at achieving things. You know, if they set their mind to something, they usually achieve it. They are surrounded by wealth and opulence and all that sort of thing. They're a business person. They're a worker. They know how to turn a dollar. The thing that I picked up with them is that they may have missed an opportunity regarding one of your children. And what this opportunity is they've missed something in a diagnosis. Maybe you have a child or a teen or a young adult that has been going through some medical issues that came up with the Four of Air, which usually requires time out, hospitalization. It can sometimes represent a stay on a psych ward or taking a holiday, need for a holiday. But it came out with the Four of Cups, which is a missed opportunity, and the Wheel, which has changed. So to me, that sort of speaks of the fact that there was something that was missed that could have changed a situation for someone. And there is a need to go back and have a look at what that thing is. It could be medications, but then the card balance, which is the Temperance card in the traditional deck, came out. So that would indicate to me that your child's using drugs, perhaps smoking marijuana or maybe even doing ecstasy, something like that, harder level drugs, party drugs. And maybe that's the reason why they were getting unwell. The doctors maybe were doing everything that they could. You know, you were on the right medication, but the fact that your child was using was overlooked because they were very secretive about it or you weren't aware of it, and it could change the situation. So that came up. I'm not a doctor, so you will need to go see a doctor with regard to that. And you may need to seek out a counselor or a psychologist. But I do feel like there's secret information. There was information that was held back. This month, you're in a 1-6-7 month. So in April, you really are looking at a new beginning with family, but it's around resolving a challenge of some sort. 7 is it's a really magical number. It's, you know, there's 7 musical notes in an octave. There's the 7 wonders of the world, the 7 seas. There's the 7 colors of the rainbow. You know, 7's just a really, really magical number. And I feel like there may even be a little bit of your child feeling like they're being misunderstood, because sometimes 7s are usually misunderstood. So there could be a possibility that they're misunderstood by you, or there's been a lack of communication and they haven't been sharing exactly what's been happening in their life. And I feel like ultimately you will need to get to the bottom of that. But I do see, we'll see what happens with the cards that I read by Radley Valentine. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm just going to do a Reiki chant just to tune into your energy. It's a chant which we use to connect via a distance. I have a very clear lineage when it comes to my Reiki. I've discussed that on prior videos, so be sure to check those out. But yeah, I'm going to do a chant and then we'll turn to the cards and the guides and we'll see what comes up. So just uncross your legs and your arms, close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Chokare, chokare, chokare. Seiheki, seiheki, seiheki. Chokare, chokare, chokare. Honshu nen, honshu nen, honshu nen. Chokare, chokare, chokare. Bam. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Do you have any okay, wow. Do you have any information for our June babies regarding April? Okay. So there is definitely a need for quiet contemplation. You've got Archangel Raziel there, and this is all about spiritual teaching and about using your light. I feel that those born in June, in Gemini, you may be seeking time out, which is also why the four of air came up. So you are seeking that time to really be by yourself and relax, and you need to take that time to nurture yourself, to meditate quietly. There is self-discovery which is happening as well. I feel like you've got a lot of followers. Usually with the Hermit, what they don't show you is that down on the mountain behind him is lots and lots of people following him up that mountain. So maybe you've been on a bit of a quest. I'm being told maybe you've been in the Sinai desert, as it will, for a while, but you've come out of that now, and you are a wounded warrior. You're definitely courageous, very courageous and fearless. You will take on the dragon if you have to, but the dragon will do what you command it to do. It will follow your every order. So don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. This is also about energetic boundaries. And as a parent, considering you're in that 1/6, this shows me that as a parent, you need to really set clear boundaries with your children. Make sure that they understand what is acceptable behavior and what isn't acceptable behavior. But beyond that, what the ramifications are if they do the wrong thing, not to you, but for themselves personally. I feel like you will be entering into a very beautiful union, okay? So those in May, those born in June, in the month of April, okay, could be May. I feel like in May, a relationship was pretty prominent for you. The Two of Cups, the Two of Water, is about a loving union, a loving relationship. It's about a relationship that continues to grow closer, forgiveness, the positive resolution of a conflict. So maybe last month, May, is spilling over into April. You've been focusing on that relationship, that cup of love. And when the 2 and the Ace come out, that shows that it's a really good match. You will be falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, but it also demonstrates spiritual growth and enhanced intuition. You may have even moved home. as well. Maybe there's a need for one of your children to move home as well. Some of you may relate to that. Maybe you might need to take a child back in. Maybe they've been unwell and they haven't been able to look after themselves properly, so they need you to be a carer, which is where that energetic boundaries and really standing your ground, letting them know that there's rules to your household. They can't just do what they want. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Can we please have more information with regards to the relationship, please? Can you please confirm the relationship for our viewers born in June? Yeah, someone feels out in the cold as well. You know, that they've been left lying with their own issues, and they don't feel like they can turn to anyone about them. And that may be that missed opportunity. Maybe there was an opportunity for communication which could have brought around a change, but it was a missed opportunity. Yeah. Oh, okay. So for those of you born in June, look what we've got here. This is marriage. These three cards in combination is a definite marriage, and it's a good marriage. Okay. You've got the relationship, you've got the ace, which is the beginning, and the 3, which is a celebration. So this is a wedding. This is a beautiful wedding. Yeah. So some of you are getting married. It's a relationship which will be very close. There'll be a close bond. Ace 2 and 3 is progression. So you will always be growing within your relationship. You've got 2 9s. The Hermit indicates that maybe your partner needs time alone from time to time. They need time out to recover, to gather their energies, to be able to give more to the relationship and to their career, particularly with the 9 coming up, the 9 of fire, and the Hermit. The Hermit indicates a time alone. And there's a High Priestess as well. So you definitely know what you want when it comes to the relationship. So trust your intuition and have patience. Consider carefully what you want before acting. But the thing about Haniel is she has all the knowledge that she's learnt from the magician to be able to manipulate energy, to be able to manifest what she wants. So as long as you have clear energetic boundaries in the relationship and you give each other time alone, and you go away alone as well and spend time as a couple alone, the marriage will be a very happy one. And I'm seeing the birth of a child as well, or the adoption of a child. Because this is a child. Pages are children as well as messengers. So there's going to be a child, especially when the ace and the 3 of water and the page. This is a child. You're going to have a baby, or at least adopt a child. There's a child there. They're going to be very intuitive. They'll be a water sign, so they'll either be a Cancerian, Scorpio, or a Pisces. They'll be very artistic, very friendly little child. They'll probably have fair hair when they're younger, but it may get darker as they get older. They're very friendly. They love to laugh. They'll bring a lot of laughter into your home. A lot of laughter, a lot of love. Yeah. They'll have a lot of respect because there's, I don't know if you can see, but there's the killer whales in the background, which represent the 2 parents. the two large ones, mum and dad, and then the little baby dolphin is so much smaller than them. So I read that as being a family unit as well. And yeah, they're going to be very creative. I feel like you'll travel a lot as well. And your child will absolutely love that. You know, you will do a lot of fun things together. So I'm picking up on two energies here. I'm picking up on a King of Earth that maybe if you're born in June, you're marrying a King of Earth. So he's either a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. There's the possibility of that. There's also the possibility that if you're born in June, but you've got a partner that's an earth sign, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you have a child that's been unwell or a teenager that's been unwell, then in that situation, you need to look at the fact that maybe they've been using drugs and really get on top of that. But I'm seeing a lot of change, and I'm seeing a lot of magic as well this year. It's a massive year for everyone. And the reason for that is because of the 222. It's a massive year. It's a year for family, a global family as well as individual families. So there's massive shifts happening. And that started with Lionsgate in 1111. So there's a massive shift as we all go through an ascension. And so everybody's sort of meeting their soulmates or their twin flames, and things are really pushing ahead. Remembering that a twin flame relationship can be a very difficult relationship. So you need to make sure that you've got your shit sorted. You need to make sure that you've got yourself really sorted out, that you've dealt with all your issues before you go into it. But they may just be a soulmate. And if they're a soulmate, it'll be a beautiful relationship. But that's not to say that a twin flame relationship won't be good. It will be excellent. You will trigger each other to learn and grow, and you know, your spiritual evolution will be greater than it would with a soulmate. But it's just the fact that, you know, you'll have that initial trigger when you first meet each other, and then you'll separate and then get back together. You may have already been through that separation. Maybe this is the time where you'll be coming back together with a twin flame. But if you can have a twin flame that's a friend and be with a soulmate, and your twin flame's okay about that, that's the best situation to be in. You know. You got 2 10s here, which indicate that you're really ready to move on in life. You got the 10 of water, which indicates that, you know, you will be experiencing absolute bliss and joy. All your emotional and material needs are met, and you know your material needs are definitely met when you've got the 10 of earth. So you're really setting up family traditions which will be handed down, and I'm seeing wealth which will be handed down through the family heirlooms, art, you know, leaving a legacy behind. You've got 2 5s as well, so these are things that you need to work on. These are things that you need to change. You need to learn what you can from the situation and review everyone's motives, including your own. And you need the wisdom to accept help from others. I feel like the 2 5s really just to me indicate that there's a change, a major shift, because when you put them next to these 2 extra positive cards, the negativity that comes with 5s, and most 5s represent challenges, is sort of diminished. So look, you've got a major new beginning. You've got everything that it takes to materialize the relationship that you want, or the health that you want for your family, or whatever it is that you're working on. You have the ability to be able to create that. And you have karma being resolved. You have soul contracts being made, some of them being broken, but for the highest and greatest good of everyone concerned. So you have the opportunity to clear karma. You have legal issues which need to be dealt with. So dot your I's and cross your T's, do your research. But everything should turn out. Usually when the Justice card comes out, it means that everything will be turning out great. For that parental figure that has the teenager that's been using, Justice card can sometimes mean that they need a bit of an awakening. They need a bit of a scare before they realise they're going down the wrong road. So you might want to talk to them about, you know, do they want to end up in prison one day if they do the wrong thing? But there may be legal action which will be taking place, and that can involve police. Maybe they get busted carrying, I don't know, a gram of marijuana or whatever it may be. You know, maybe they get busted with drugs on them. So there may be police involvement. And maybe that's the mistake that comes through with that 5 of soot, 5 of air. Maybe they've made an unwise choice by doing that and it's affected their mind. But there's no reason why they can't get out of it. So goddesses, gods, remember that the universe only ever tests us to our ability to overcome. We're never tested beyond our ability to overcome something. There's always a way out. You know, it may take a long, hard road to get out of a situation, but there is always a way out of something, you know. But you want to be proactive, so you need to talk to your youth about that. So goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit. Do you have any more information for our June babies regarding April 2022? So yeah, you may find that the cops are knocking on the door with your son saying, what's he doing? He's got this in his backpack. Could quite easily happen. Some of you are going to manifest the positive side of the 7, the beautiful musical side, the creative side, and some of you are going to manifest the negative side, which is the persecution, condemnation, alienation. But yeah, see, there's a way out. There's a way out of this. Someone will, that teen or that young adult will be put on the right road. They'll be on the road to recovery. Things are looking up that end of a difficult situation, taking a trip. Maybe you might need to take them somewhere to show them something. It's a sudden event that needs immediate attention as well. Time is of the essence. Think things through carefully. The young person could be the type of person that rushes into situations and doesn't think about their consequences. They're very passionate and adventurous, self-assured and restless person. They're very career-oriented, or at least they should be. If they're not at the moment, then moving forward they will be focusing on that. And you've got the card, the King of Earth, which has come out. That came out in the pre-shuffle. So you will be entering a successful time. And it feels to me by the time you get to May, you'll be manifesting a lot of change. It's a big time for business and money, good investments. Your investments will pay off in May. So a successful time, confidently accept opportunities you're offered. You do have the Midas touch there. Using the light as well in your meditations, focusing on colours. Something's going to fall in your lap as well, so to speak. Let's see what it is. Yeah, a bit of a victory. You've got a victory coming. You've got good news on the way, public recognition or awards. You've got a very happy time. So something's going to fall in your lap and actually make you very successful if you're born in June. So there will be brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. You've got an idea. So the thing that's landing in your lap is what you need to manifest this idea that you've got. It will have a challenging beginning. And when it has that challenging beginning, you will think that things aren't going to work out. But I can tell from the energy that it will, because you're moving into an 8. So can I have more confirmation around the 5 of water? And maybe that was the healing for that King of Pentacles, that King of Earth, getting back to you. When it comes to your child, maybe it's the doctor that you need. You just stumble across a professional, or someone gives you a tip off of a particular person that can really help your child. And it just comes out of nowhere, falls in your lap. And you think, oh yeah, that's not going to work. Why would that work? But it does. And it has to, because you got 2 very positive cards here. You've got the Sun and you've got the 6. So this card doesn't make sense. But then looking at a timing as well, the 5 of water is 5 weeks. So 5 weeks from now, April, you're looking at about May. So this is the 5th month. So you could find that someone gives you a tip off in May, which leads to an idea which is very successful. I'm seeing a number of different options here, a number of different timelines. Some of you receive an idea, it just comes out of nowhere, it falls in your lap, so to speak, and it's a brilliant idea, and it will be in May. Some of you will receive an idea, or you think you've got an idea, but you don't think that idea will work at the moment, but it will. So depending on what you relate to or what resonates with you, take that on board. But with such a positive card as the Sun, which is, you know, happiness, joy, laughter, which is coming true, brilliant new ideas. And you got 2 cards which are brilliant new ideas. The Sun and the Ace. Cards falling out everywhere. I'll be known as the Klutz Psychic, won't I? Drop cards everywhere. Yeah, so you got those brilliant ideas that are coming through with a victory, and you think that they're not going to work out, but they will. And there you go, they've come out again. You've come out, this person's come out constantly throughout the whole reading. They're a generous, professional, responsible, practical person. They're entering a successful time. They need to confidently accept opportunities that they're offered. They have the Midas touch. Dragonflies will be very symbolic. You will start to see dragonflies everywhere. You will see them in shops. You will see them on TV. You will see dragonflies in the garden. When you're out, you'll see dragonflies. That will be an indication to you from Spirit that this reading is for you. You will see dragonflies. Okay. Goddesses, gods, archangels, angels, spirit guides, Holy Spirit, do you have a final word as we close this reading? For our viewers born in June, our Geminis and our Cancerians, regarding the month of April 2022. Okay. So maybe you're born in June, but you've got a lot of placements in Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So you can go to astro.com, AstroSeek, I think it is, astro.com, and you can seek out, do a free birth chart and see what your placements are. Because even though you may be a Gemini or a Cancer, you may have your ascendant in Capricorn or Taurus, you might have your moon in one of those signs, you might have your Venus in one of those signs. So check out your birth chart and see if you've got an earth sign in your, if you've got an earth sign in your plate, in your chart. Yeah. This is a younger one. This is a younger earth sign. He's a male. Loyal, dedicated, honourable and kind. It's time for him to buckle down and get things done. Honour your commitments, a guardian angel. So perhaps this could be your child. Maybe your child is either that fire sign that we saw. This one's very slow to act, but once he gets moving, he gets going. But he's very slow to act on things. He needs to think things through before he does things. He needs to plan. He's very grounded in earth energy. He needs to plan things. He's going to be walking away from a situation, perhaps walking away from taking drugs. There's a desire to move on, the search for something more meaningful, spiritual and emotional growth. So don't forget, this person's a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. And maybe he has to walk away from doing drugs. Maybe he's been lying to people, saying that he's not, when actually he is. But he will walk away from that. He'll also walk away from people that haven't been doing the right thing by him. They haven't had his best interest at heart. They could be friends, people that pretend to be friends, but really they're not, because there's a lot of spying that goes on. Social media, messaging, back and forward, challenging information, delays or challenges to plans, and there may be truth delivered without tact. So you may need to be very openly honest with this young man about what he's doing, okay? So look at your charts if you're born in June and see if you have any earth placements, or if your child is an earth sign or your partner is an earth sign, then this reading is definitely for you. Okay, we're going on to 35 minutes now. Would you like to say anything, Harry? No, it's quiet. I've got the cage open, but he won't come out. You can see I've pegged it up. He won't come out. He loves to stay in there. I leave it open all day sometimes and it doesn't come out. So now, leaving you with that, angels, guides, spirit guides, last word for our June babies for April. Okay. Yes, some of you will be falling in love and getting married. Don't forget to work on energetic boundaries. Some of you need to look at substance abuse. What's been happening, it could have caused schizophrenia for some of you, but you will be going through an awakening and there is a lot of strength there. You've got Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Gabriel, and Archangel Ariel watching over the situation, bringing a lot of love and light and energy into your lives in the month of April. So have a wonderful, wonderful month. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you've enjoyed this video, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.